Let's go.
It's Big Frank in the morning, Jay Cherie keeping it going. We got them hot topics, local news, and BGC flowing. We got Big Kev on the air, Dark Knight flying in here. It's Fire 716 and we rocking it here. Hey.
Fire 716, your boy Big Frank. You're locked in at Big Frank in the morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever this may find you in the world, in the universe. Somebody sipping house. Somewhere. I don't know why I said that, but I don't know. You shouldn't be. But
it's happy hour.
Somebody doing something.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Good morning, y'all. In the room with me is my home girl, Jay Cherie.
In the building.
G Money Mac. Hey. Kev on air. Black Knight the provider.
Black Knight the provider.
Yeah. He's all things.
He's giving very Black Power today.
He really is.
I love it.
Giving real
wearing Juneteenth on Good Friday is very spiritually connected if you think about it.
Right. I was gonna wear my June t-shirt though. I was like, nah, maybe it's a little early.
I'm free, you know what I'm saying?
I'm free. Come on, okay. He went down, but he got up. Okay.
Frank looking real R&B albumish right now.
Eyes like you giving like you a superstar.
Poetic justice.
Okay. One day.
He took my sins with him today. So.
He took my sins with him today. He set me free to write.
Listen.
How y'all feeling? How was y'all jump off?
Jump off.
Choir rehearsal yesterday. I was playing cards until like 3-something in the morning, so I was
playing
cards. At choir rehearsal?
No. Choir rehearsal. Then after choir rehearsal, I was playing cards till 3
in the morning.
Okay. What game you playing?
I was playing spades. And then we started playing Palace.
Palace.
It's a Jersey thing.
Got you. I just learned how to play this game called Casino. Casino, not casino like you see
the card joint.
The card casino joint, but it's a prison game, so you know the prisoners can wear work. So
I thought casino,
I know.
I feel like there's a casino Italian card game.
Yeah, I think it might be that. It could be that. But they told me this. It's like
solitaire, almost, right?
No, it's a match game. It's a game like I get 8 went down. Hey, what's up, y'all? Your boy Big Frank. What's up?
200 people.
Okay, for now.
Okay, 200.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah,
my God. 2 impossible. No, so I guess the way that the card game goes is you get the desk is split between 2 people. You get 5 cards. You put a card down, but you guys have to get that card back. So same number. Gotcha. So 8, 8, 9, 9. But you can build and make an 8 or make a 9.
Oh,
and certain cards are points, like aces are points, 2s are points. They're teaching me, okay?
It's a cool game.
No, it's cool. And you get your points. You got like first person get to 11 wins.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's a couple hands, couple rounds. But
Black
yeah,
card revoked. I don't know how to play spades. I've watched it. I understand concept.
You're not alone.
Yeah. But I
You're
don't
not
know how
alone.
to play.
It's okay. It's
I'm
a black
not even.
Man. He made cards.
Valid.
That can teach you to play spades.
From
you
Buffalo.
have to, no. You can learn watching, but you have to actually play it to know the game.
Yeah.
But you can't play it if you don't know the game because people choose violence.
You know,
you gotta play. If you're gonna start off, you gotta play people that like you, your people.
Valid.
Not your cousin. Nah, I'm talking about
co-workers.
You gotta set up a teach training moment sort of kind. Hey, let's have fun. Let's play this game real quick. Boom. But you can't be at the cookout trying to learn.
Right.
You can't be at the tournament trying
Facts.
to learn. No.
You can't go where people got teams already and try to play. Like that. This is like
when they walk in.
My
team is
if
here.
you know your auntie and her best friend is a team, you can't be trying to jump on this table not to play this game serious.
If you new to the gathering,
your cousins. Fine, you know what I'm saying? They just like, yeah, you want to play spades? Yeah, sure.
Nobody loves me enough to teach me, so I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just not interested in learning.
I know how to play. I just
fun.
don't play because I am not you're not about to talk to me any other kind of way.
No, facts.
Over some cards.
Facts.
It's like smacking the cards down.
Oh, ain't nothing good. Down, okay. Down.
That splat you hear, you know, it's nice. Like, right, give me them books.
That's how I feel with dominoes. I love dominoes.
Oh yeah,
I do dominoes.
I could,
the table.
man, I could be some
dominoes.
dominoes.
Okay,
I could be some dominoes on the table.
On the glass table.
Ooh, I done did it. You know what I'm saying?
That's a little dangerous.
That's the best.
You get a heavy-handed person crack that glass.
Listen.
Up.
You gotta throw them bones, okay?
Valid.
Throw them bones.
But yeah, yesterday was good. We had a meeting yesterday at church. That was that.
Yeah.
Got Niagara Cafe. That was that. Yep.
Well then.
This week made me realize I was in Niagara Falls way too much. Like I was like Monday radio station, Tuesday had a break, Wednesday Bible study, no Bible study, Thursday meeting, back here Friday.
Well,
Like
you know, we're just getting back into habits of the things of the days of old.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
welcome to Niagara
Back into the
Falls.
roots.
welcome to Niagara Falls where the water runs.
You know,
And
I
there's
was
nothing to
like,
do to have fun.
Definitely go staying on top of my oil changes with this.
No
'Cause it's 4 or 5 times a week.
it's a little
It's
different.
it's a little different.
No doubt.
4 or 5 times a week for what?
All the stuff
Oil
in church.
Monday? No.
Oh, God.
I'm like,
you getting oil change
I'm like,
No.
4 or 5 times a week.
Yo, something.
what kind of money y'all think I got right
Somebody talk to you different. Okay.
Put vegetable
now? No,
oil.
the
That's
migrating
oil.
back and forth to Niagara Falls because
Valid.
I'm gonna be back here
Yeah.
on Sunday. Like,
Dang.
yeah, it's
Every
like
other day for you.
every other day in the falls.
It'd be
Tuesdays
like
and
that.
Thursdays is my only
morning,
break,
y'all.
and
You
that's
might as
only
well go
second.
ahead, move to Grand
Absolutely
Island.
not.
You know.
Absolutely not.
Valid. No, that's crazy. Let's just go down this morning. We get back. We're getting into Big Girl Chronicles. It's going down. Fire 716. Big Frank in the morning. Big Frank in the morning on Fire 716.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dante Miles, aka D Belly, aka your city councilman. I'm here at Fire 716 Radio, and I'm asking you to tune in on Thursdays at 11 on our show, The Vault. We're going to be having some conversations that's super relevant, but very important. And sometimes it may be a little uncomfortable, but we're going to make sure that we get our voices out. Come tune in on Thursdays at 11 a.m. and make sure you download the Fire 716 app. See you then.
This is DMP Speaks coming to you. I am a board certified Christian counselor. I'm also a life coach. I am a family restoration specialist. I help build, rebuild, and grow your family. Maybe you're having some communication problems. Maybe you guys are just yelling and screaming and you guys are just not getting along. And if you want access to me for your 30-minute consultation call, follow me on all my social media platforms. TikTok, Facebook at DMP Speaks. And if you go to YouTube and Instagram, it's at I am DMP Speaks. Download Fire 716 and click the link.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I am John Smoke. This is DJ Boots, the Beat Bully. And every Friday here on Fire 716 Radio from 7 to 9 p.m., we will be hosting our show, The Back Room, where we play nothing but hit songs out of 716. We'll also have local music news, events, shows, and more. So make sure you tune in every Friday and check out the talent created in our booths and studios. The phone lines will also be open for requests, comments, and more. Thank you for choosing Fire 716. Peace.
Because I'm playing the joint.
Hit it again.
If not, I'll sing it. Oh, okay. Girl Chronicles.
I need this on StreamYard.
What did I?
Oh, you probably can pull it off that computer.
Mhm.
Got it. Jay Shree, it's on you.
What's good, everybody? You already know what time it is. It is Big Girl Chronicles. And on this somewhat decent Friday, hopefully going to warmer weather in Western New York because we are tired of the cold, I want to talk about
Yes.
Be Ready to Represent. So let me explain to you how the situation came about. I was gracefully taking a nap. And, you know, I thought I was having some strange dreams because of what I ate before I went to sleep. But I was in this dream and I was sitting in a meeting with a certain organization. Whoever knows. And they were like arguing back and forth. And there was 3 distorted people in the front and they had like a very dark presence about them. And they were like arguing about, and some person looked over and was like, she knows Bertha Brinson, so I know she knows the truth. Like, we've watched her. We're walking. We're like watching her. She knows the truth. And they were trying to put me on the spot. And at first I was like, don't call me out for who I know. Like, yeah, I don't argue. And it was like, no, we know you have it. We know that because of who you're connected to. We know that we've seen you operate. You need to tell us the truth. And when I woke up, I was like, so clearly eating corn pops and cranberry juice before you go to sleep is not smart. But then I went to the place where God talks to me all the time, which is the bathroom. And God was like, no, it wasn't because of what you ate. He was like, I was telling you to be ready to represent, because people are going to know you based on not only who you're connected to, but who you are as a person.
Yeah.
And you can't be out here not knowing that you're getting ready to expose, and people will point you out for knowing certain things. So God said, be ready to represent. So in this edition of Big Girl Chronicles, I want to talk about not only who you're connected but be ready to represent who you are on this earth. It doesn't always have to be a spiritual thing. For me, it is, because I love Jesus. But you have to say, even while you're in the background building your brand and doing what you got to do, there's going to come a time where somebody is going to know you based on your work and be like, I need something from you. What you have, I really, really need. And we can't get to the point of being shy or timidity because we feel ill-equipped, or we're uncomfortable being recognized for a certain thing. Even though we joked about this around on a radio station, there was a young lady that was known for being at a certain spot, but when somebody identified her from that spot, she got angry. But it was like, this is what you represented.
Valid.
So this is what we know about you. And then this edition of Big Girl Chronicles, you have to understand your time of exposure is definitely happening now. Whether you are a photographer, whether you are a radio station host, whether you are an owner, whether you're an entrepreneur, you're in education, or you are just living your life and doing ministry, because of who you are connected to and because of who you are, you're about to be exposed, and you need to be ready to represent. You can't invest all this time, and then when the season comes for you to produce, you shy back or you get uncomfortable because it's like, dang, I wasn't ready. So in this edition of Big Girl Chronicles, I admonish you to get ready, because you have to be ready to represent, because they are coming for you. Because you're beautiful, you're intelligent, and you're graceful.
You're graceful.
You're big people.
You're swole.
You just spoke to my spirit. You spoke to my soul. Honestly, I received the message. I receive it. I was just telling my grandma yesterday. I'm like, I'm about to be a millionaire. Like, we about to be taken care of.
That's where my mind went for a second. I'm a millionaire. I'm a young money millionaire, tougher than Nigerian hair.
My criteria compared to your career.
How quickly we go from God to Lil Wayne. It's awesome.
So elite on the sheet of the tablet in my mind, because I don't write, because I ain't got time to look on the
manifestation there.
And Daniel's just like, okay.
The only Millie that I will ever rap is either Papoose or Cassidy. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know.
You know, I'm
That's
gonna
all
have to disagree with you on
I
that.
just don't listen to Lil Wayne. I don't like Lil Wayne.
What? He's this. All right. Compared to those two, they have nothing on him.
They have a lot.
They
more,
don't.
Especially lyrically.
He from the street.
He got
and
more,
he
got more than Pat
From the streets.
Don't bring up no street. No, you went the wrong way with that one.
compared to Lil Wayne, compared to Papoose and Cassidy.
Papoose, who I've actually killed niggas to
Hold on. Well, wait.
Orphan.
How did we get here?
Orphan. He was never an orphan.
He
was never an orphan.
I could kind of agree
He
with
was
the
never
Dark
agreed.
Knight
Not his real
because
daddy.
Never an orphan.
He got to fight the
Papoose-
dude that's not his real daddy.
Papoose and Cassidy, they real rappers. Like they
Yeah, but
really-
Cassidy
But
right now.
wait, stop.
I'm
What
not
makes
gonna hold you.
what makes Lil Wayne not a real rapper?
No. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying I agree with Dark Knight saying like Cassidy
Based on
Papoose,
streets?
They're fully they're 100% real rappers. Don't get me wrong.
He's
Lil
the man that's
Wayne
not his dad,
is a
Marcus.
rapper,
Bruh.
yes. He has bars, yes.
He's the man.
But he's like they're in two different
He a gangster?
categories. I wouldn't.
He's a real gangster.
I don't know. I wouldn't bring. I don't
They
know.
live two separate lives.
He gets the man on the lips. He a real
You
gangster.
know, real
He-
gangsters
he's
don't
a-
talk about
I
their
don't think
crimes.
They do that in the mafia all
Real
day
G's
long.
move in silence like lasagna. So I'm not out here talking about the crimes that I committed because that's stupid and idiotic.
One. You know for a fact,
The rapper's
Lil Wayne
delight.
ain't no crime. The only crimes Lil Wayne has done is overdose. So let's not play this game with me.
Listen, he's way.
We
he's
talking
a
about
much,
something else.
much better.
What is the
lyricist.
question of the
We
day?
was
Yeah.
really just out here encouraging people, and it just went.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it'd be like
I
that.
felt the
happens,
encouragement,
'cause-
though. I still feel the encouragement.
Oh, for sure, absolutely.
So,
You know, Lil Wayne is definitely a better rapper than Cassidy and Papoose.
Yeah,
You know.
Well, I'll say this: Cassidy as a rap battle artist isn't
It's-
as efficient as him as some of the projects he put out over the years.
But Pat
You mean he's better as a freestylist?
No. Late
Got you. Okay.
doesn't.
Yes.
He's not really
Yeah, yeah.
touching the mark.
As a regular artist, rapper.
Papoose, I mean,
Papoose, unfortunately, I'm not even tapped in.
Papoose, he fire.
I'm not saying that he's
Like,
not. I just
don't
go to
Lyrically, he's
I just go
fire.
to touch it, bring it back.
I'm pretty sure he just
Papoose.
brought- he
Listen
just,
to the alphabetical slaughter.
All right, I'm gonna check it out.
He just became a CEO for a
Yeah.
music label.
Yeah.
From a music company.
Yeah, Pap,
I'm sorry.
he doing his due diligence.
Papoose
You feel me?
held
I
his
can't take
girl
nothing away from him,
down.
but
And
I
got
just
things
going.
Him and Remy Ma.
Oh yeah,
They're
Power-
the new Will and Jada.
you don't want to.
No.
Those are terrible examples. Those are no longer hot.
And their relationship just got toxic.
Oh,
They are not the best,
according
best
to news, they're the
representation.
reason Willow and Jaden are bisexual. So
I believe it.
I do too.
I think my mother forced girl go try to skate.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Pause.
I'm sorry.
It
And he
hurts
was like,
a little.
boy,
You
go,
know,
go try and see. Go. Be free.
I highly
No.
doubt it really took Jaden a long time to want to try boys, because he was talking about having boyfriends for a very long time.
He was talking about what's that?
It's the spirit of his ancestor, mom.
He was
Shopping.
doing Karate Kids.
what?
I don't know about Jaden. That Jaden is a very nice boy.
He's
Yeah.
very nice.
So,
I would just chop it up to trauma. They
matter
probably
of fact,
would
with that being said, let's just say that Will gets a separation from Jada.
Mhm.
Jada meet Jesus. Does Will go back to Jada?
No.
Or do he go to somebody else knowing he'll get hurt twice? No, let me go ahead and do
It
that
depends
segue.
on what
He
Jesus
might want to
Jaden
move
met.
on. He might want to move
Will
on.
Smith dated
God.
a white woman after this. I
God
wouldn't even be
said, forgive,
right to
Uh-huh.
mommy,
but
I
not
get it, bro.
forget. Okay?
And
Forgive her.
Jada's version of Jesus may not be ours.
I'm just saying. All right, so we
A
get
lot
ready.
of people's versions of
Jesus,
Jesus.
God.
She seemed like she got a real interest in Jesus. So,
All right, so we getting ready to get into the question of the day. The question of the day is: are you going to go back to your ex, or are you going to start over with somebody new, knowing that you're going to get hurt twice? Or do you go back to your ex and be like, "Baby, come back.
Okay.
You can blame it on
Here's the
After she got Jesus,
situation.
though, right?
Talk about it, 'cause
I feel like this. So I used to think like, oh, just start new. Like, okay, that don't work, get another one. That don't work, get another one. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't that intense, but now that I'm getting a little older and my mind is changing a little bit. I guess for me it's more like, well, I'm comfortable with this person. I've been dealing with this person. You know, I care about them. Can we work through the issues? Is it something that is even worth it? If not, you know, then you need to get a new person or
Loose your hold, D.
focus on yourself. Okay. Focus on yourself. But I don't see anything wrong with going back to your ex as long as it's not like a super abusive
bad reference.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
situation. What is it?
He was in R. Kelly.
He was in R. Kelly.
I don't see nothing wrong.
Bad reference.
But that was a
bro.
mature relationship. That was a mature situation. Based on
I was confused.
based on
right.
the video.
Who was mature?
Based on the video.
I'm
Yo.
confused.
Based on the video.
The bump and grind video.
I don't see nothing.
Except he was singing a 14.
I could have sworn that
Right.
Brian Isley said that in another
I don't see
Mhm.
Well, that was they was homies until he found out he was.
song.
Yeah, but she wasn't first.
Yeah. Because
Bump
remember,
and grind video.
R.
Somebody
Kelly
gotta have
was
integrity in that
sleeping with his girl. No, I'm just playing.
No, valid. But
Right.
that's been the storyline. So that,
Yeah.
despite the situation.
So wait,
That was a
was his
musical.
girl? Was Ron Isley's girl 14?
No.
R. Kelly's girlfriends
know
were
that.
14.
But if
But in
R. Kelly,
But in the video.
I know it's just fictional.
But in the video.
It's the same thing with the Usher. Same girl. Okay, was the girl?
Right.
How old
No,
was
she was a dog. They were twins. They were really the same person. They were.
Well, they
Right,
was
they was
twins.
twins.
Yeah, they was grown.
Yeah,
They was
but
twins. It's like, oh, it's two different chicks.
two different. Oh, my bad. Hey.
They look the same.
But him and Ron Isley is that's a movie I'm still willing to see. When is that coming out? For me, with the question of the day, if I'm going back to my ex, no. Because most likely for us to have separated and be at a conclusion, we have gone through treacherous, tremendous situations. And if I finally decided that I am done with thee, and or you're done with me, we have come to the conclusion that we're not going to do these games anymore. We're going to move on. And because you have a change of situation, or a change of heart, or now you want to do right now,
you're a better person.
Now you're a better person. Take those lessons on to the next. I'll proceed and I'll try again, knowing that I'll take that risk. That this is just frank. I'm not surprised at hurt. Hurt is a part of what makes love grow. Is a part of, can you love me through this? What is it going to be? Yada yada. Now, for me, I can't tell nobody else. If I've dismissed a relationship, it's because hurt has been congruent, and it keeps one thing after another, compounding. But you're telling me, I know that there's going to be 2 occasions here, 2 compared to 10,000 that I went through. I'll take my 2 situations, and we'll love through those, because you're telling me I know it's 2. I don't know what 2, but it's just 2. We can push and pry through that versus bye, John.
See,
Keisha.
I'm a little
Sorry, I don't want to say John. I'm not.
I'm different because one, it depends on which ex, because I wasn't always the best person. So the relationship could have not worked out because I was a trash.
Oh yeah, I was good.
He was perfect the whole time.
Absolutely. So it all depends on which ex, and the only reason why there's one ex I would go back to.
Oh, you listening?
He's probably not, because we're not Facebook friends. But there's one ex I would go back to because like it was a bad communication. It was just like we were not at the space where we could really hear each other. So it caused a lot of arguments. But now that we're grown, we've learned better, and my mouth is not as reckless as it was back then. And like his mama boy ways is not mama boy in anymore. So I would, as far as a new person, because I'm just afraid that with the new person, he gonna John Gray me. Like it's just multiple woman after multiple woman after multiple woman, or like how
you only get 2 women, even if it's 2 hurts.
Right.
You
only get hurt.
Well, no, the one situation could have been 3 situations, but it was the one time I found out. You know what I'm saying? So like that hurt, I can't deal with that kind of hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I would rather take my chance with somebody I know that's more evolved, and that we became better people.
Yeah, I'm not running back.
Then to mess around, because I could get like a cheater and a crackhead together, and that's the 2 hurts. Like you stole all my stuff and you cheating. Like,
but it's only 2.
Nah, it's only 2.
You ain't got no furniture.
I'm heartbroken, and I'm
listen,
literally
I
broken.
can love you through these 2 hurts.
You ain't got no furniture, and they cheating.
It's replaceable. It's been like there. Who expects you crack to be a part of your life?
See, for me, I'm willing to give somebody a second chance. But to an extent, like my offer is only on the table for so long.
Right.
So like if I say, all right, I'm willing to come back, bring y'all into my life.
What's my feelings?
If I mess up,
Yeah,
and things go the way they go, and I come back, present myself well, let you know that here to show you, like I'm here to be a service.
Valid.
But you on the fence. All right, cool. I'm gonna give you that. I messed this up.
Got you.
But after a while, if your excuse is I'm still traumatized and I'm still hurt and I can't get over it, I'm gonna have to step away.
Yeah, and you know what? The different point of view that we presented is the fact that you guys have done wrong and I have not. I'm so sorry that I took all the. No, forgive me.
He's been very integral.
Because y'all both delivered as if you needed the second chance. I'm ready. No, I'm the prize. I'm somebody, and I'm not going. No. So with that being said,
hold on though, because I feel like it's more of like sometimes the situations they don't end because of necessarily like like cheating or
Mhm.
any of that kind of stuff. Like it could be distance. It could be it could be
Immaturity.
mature. Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
maturity for sure because
Yeah.
there's a difference between 25 and 22. There is a difference.
And
It
it's
may
like I
not
said,
be a
it
lot.
depends on
There's
which
a
ex,
difference.
because if it was snacks or the former COG member, absolutely not.
But what if you stay reformed and they all bring now it's a no. Now we know it.
There's definitely
There's
levels.
an absolute no, because
Yeah.
for snacks, he was still sliding in my inbox before I found out he was married. And I called him out. I was like, "Oh, congratulations on getting married." And that's when the sliding in the DM stopped, because it was like, "Oh, she didn't know I was married." So you raggedy even while you married.
You thought you had one.
And then the other one, if you can't, if that the Lord is not leading you, you ain't about to lead me astray. That's not happening.
You know.
If you doing your own thing, nah. So that's why I said it's contingent on which.
Got you.
See,
I-
I agree. I agree. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm
No,
gonna
go ahead.
cut you
No,
off, but I
no,
agree
no problem.
because similar, like there is some exes where the H to the E to the LL no is very huge and great big letters.
Out there. is what she's
Yeah,
saying.
like
Those exes need to be in Texas.
yeah, those exes are blocked permanently on everything. Like you get no access, period, because you're crazy, and I'm worried that you may kill me. Like,
no, I'm married. I'm a married man, and I love my wife tremendously. And there's none, the best thing that happened to me outside of Jesus Christ. But because I was such a good man, and such a top tier man, and such a man who just served well. If you departed from my presence, don't come back here again. It was good.
it was what
It was what it was.
Oh,
And I am a hopeless romantic, so I can't afford the trauma that comes with the hope
Yeah.
that just
So
maybe.
you didn't have no raggedy ways.
Huh?
You didn't have no raggedy ways.
Me?
You sure?
You call them raggedy. I call them learning experiences that evolved me to become who I am. I've learned along the way how to advance and to do things a little bit differently. But
As a sister, I will always cover.
as
But
my
just know that
as my baseline, I was good to these. I was good.
What do you TikTok say? Cap.
I was good
hard
to them.
cap. That's
I didn't violate until you dismissed yourself, and then I hit your friend up on the DM. But outside of that, I was good. I'm not saying I did everything the biblical way, but I was good. Even in my sin, I was good. Okay. Even in my behavior, I was good. I'm just talking to myself a little bit.
I'm like, every person at this table had at least one raggedy moment.
No, not I. Mine was Frank J.
You
Quan
never
Haley
did
Jr.
nothing crazy in the
I've
relationship.
never did nothing.
Nothing.
Daniel,
Nothing. What are y'all?
Daniel has never done nothing crazy. But
I've done something stupid and I've done something immature, but I've never did anything crazy.
What's the definition of crazy?
Crazy is called spontaneous activation of things that you should be doing.
like choking.
I choking through down to the stairs, like things.
That's crazy. That's what
Oh, my bad.
violent.
I've been like called the household
violated
30
everybody.
times in a row. You know.
Oh, that's stalker.
Yeah, that's
Crazy.
stalker.
Like,
You
no.
calling the house back to back.
No, I
you're
think
crazy.
my reason,
I have a story.
Only
About
I'm
that.
gonna call you five. If I'm really trying to get in contact, I'm gonna call you 5 times and leave it at that.
That's fine.
No, my raggedness for
You really trying to get
legit.
to me?
like what
Legit.
my exes
Alright.
became my exes for several reasons. One, because Lord said so. 2,
Man, I use the Lord a lot.
oh yeah, the Lord is
The Lord said no.
the Lord is a great lean backer. Okay,
It really is,
The
though.
Lord
Really
said
is the
no,
best one.
valid. But
No.
then I wasn't there for somebody who had trauma.
The Bible says.
I went line dancing. It was going through a traumatic experience. They needed me. I wasn't there to the void.
Not
But
you
then-
lied to get
But
them
he
their
said
tears.
So I did that. That was a problem.
Do
I
that.
did definitely doing our brief segregated separation. I don't know why it was segregated. I don't know. I don't know why I chose those words. But nevertheless, I found out that she was hanging with her friend one time, and then it was a song out. Like I'm hanging with my main, like the main friend, and I hit the inbox of the main friend. No, this is how it went. It's true story. I'm telling it. There was a late night chat group that was open to the private public,
the world.
and I was in it and I was on it, and she had asked a question in the group, and I was going to reply to the statement, but all the people from the church was on the stat. And I said, I can't reply to the stat. One of my best friends is on the stat. The church is on the stat. I said, you will not get me out here. So I had inboxed the response to the question. But then that went to other stuff, that lead to other conversation. Then one day I knew they were together. And there's a word that I use to those who I am like intimate with. And I use those words in a phrase, talking to the friend.
And they heard you.
They didn't even have to hear me. They had to read it because I knew it was hanging out. And the song was out, I'm with me and my man. And I broke, you and your man can get it. Talking. No, I love the Lord. So Sunday comes, and this person was doing the offering situation. I said, I said, I don't know if you know yet, but you about to find out. I've already messed up. Pray for your boy. Swipe my card, move, and just kept moving.
I've already messed up. Pray for you.
So what ended up happening was the friend ended up telling her and showing him. I knew that was what happened. I knew it was on the way. But for her, it was a trigger for her. Trigger number 2. Okay. Because she's like, I can't trust nobody no more. And that was my best friend. I can't trust her because of you.
Yo.
But then also I told my best friend that he could have her too. I was like, y'all don't know. I was
like I said, everybody at this table has had raggedy ways.
Yeah. But even in my execution of that, I was still a good man.
What?
Equal opportunity.
Listen, I messed up. Be prepared for what's to come.
I think if you know you're gonna do something, you gotta be prepared to catch that smoke. Like if you're not prepared for the smoke, don't do it. Because I have a little story that I will talk about. This was forever ago. I was literally in high school still. This was my first official real boyfriend. Okay. He had like, my life is crazy. Okay. He went through a situation. His mom went literally cocoa banana cuckoo nuts and did a lot of weird stuff. And the child protective services sent him back to his dad's. Okay. And I don't know where she went to because she's crazy. But so he was back at his dad's in Milesville, West Virginia. I was in Ohio at the time. It was a little too far for us to kind of see each other, so we would talk on the phone. But his dad was a little racist. Didn't know this because I didn't know his dad. And not only that, but you had to call their house phone and leave a voice message in order for them to pick up the phone. So what did I do, you guys? One day I was in a bad headspace and I called and then I called and I called. I probably called at least 100 times and left messages.
My God.
I know. Crazy. And the worst part about it is he called me back. Like we were still talking out there. He called me back like later on. He's like, yeah, my grandfather died. And we were at a funeral and all this other stuff. And I think that's probably the worst, one of the worst things that I did. Yeah. So it was. Yeah, so I you know,
where you at? Not you hitting.
But that's not. Listen, that's not even the worst of it. I've done some crazy stuff, especially with him. I've done some crazy stuff, but at the same time, like I don't know, I feel like some stuff was justified.
I haven't intentionally done nothing wrong, but like because of the person's attitude. Hey Sharita, like I was at prom.
Good morning.
I was at prom, and me, this girl and her boyfriend, we're all friends. So we was at prom, and me and her boyfriend, every time this Luke song came on, we would always dance. That was just our thing. And I guess she was feeling some kind of way at prom that I was dancing too hard. And she got this attitude and told one of my friends, I'm about to fight her because she dancing on my man too hard. And I was like my teacher pulled me aside. She's like, you about to break up a relationship because of how you dancing.
Oh my god.
And she got to my face and I was like, ma'am, be happy I didn't take him. Because like at this point, you coming for me talking about you gonna fight me at prom. Like, just be happy I didn't take him from you. Like, that's my raggediness. Except for what we talked about earlier.
Yeah, I just we get slide the light raggediness. Can't go too hard.
I have not. But
yeah, no,
Daniel has been a gentleman in his relationship.
As a married
man,
as a married man, I'm married. So love you, babe.
Daniel lie to y'all like that.
Love you, babe.
Don't let Daniel lie to y'all like that.
No, it's not lies. It's just
Daniel
being around.
Daniel, I can guarantee that Daniel has put that woman secondary to certain things in his life. I just believe.
Oh, his mama.
Mama.
Cynthia will always be first.
And depending on how I'm feeling that day, it could be anime.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. Okay, Valid.
But that has never affected any of my relationships though. So
He's communicating. I'm about to watch anime. Leave me alone.
I let everybody know, hey, when I am watching anime, I want to be left alone. This is me time. Period.
That's how I knew Daniel loved me, because he answered his phone one time during anime. He was like, "Sis, you good?" And I was like, "Nah, I got some situations." And he actually took the call while anime was on. That's how I knew he loved me, because he actually answered the phone during anime. I was like, "Yo, this brother loves me."
Nigga, what?
Anime
said, bye.
You know what that
look at
is,
my
right?
phone, be like,
No, I know, but I'm
Okay.
just yeah. I mean,
love
hey,
right
look,
there.
you know what though? I feel
love
you.
got
I
to
mean,
do
it
with
may not be anime for me that I'm not gonna answer the phone. It may just be because I just don't want to. I mean
know,
that,
that's messed up.
or
I'll even
no,
call you back.
no,
I'll
no.
call you back after, like, yo, it's good. You know,
The hear me out. It's just that I feel like I have like I can only deal with people to a certain extent. Some days I'm really focused on the things that I'm doing, and I feel like if I answer the phone and it's going to piss me off if you done called me twice and all you want to do is sit on the phone and breathe like that, and I'm trying to work on something. So I just text my friends like, look, I'm working on something right now. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Yeah.
That's why I don't
Yeah.
communicate
Other
throughout
than
the
that,
day.
yeah.
Like, I don't got nothing to talk about.
You know, I love you if I was asleep and I answered my phone.
Oh, my phone's on silent.
Because first of all, you made it to favorites, because that's the only reason why it's vibrating. If you're not in the favorites, you're not even making it through. But if I answer my phone while I am actively asleep,
Yeah.
that's love.
Ain't gonna be nothing. I can look at my phone and be like,
I don't feel like talking.
Frank, your phone ring?
You gotta text Frank. Then you gotta call him.
No,
Yo, I'm about to call
my
you, bro.
supervisor,
I'm
he
about to-
calls all the time. You can text me. Yeah, all right.
No,
Okay.
Frank, you got to call and then call right back. That's how he know to answer it.
Double
If it's important.
Because it's important if you call back twice. If you
And
do
my
a-
mailbox full.
if you
Can't
do
leave
a
a
call and then a
My mailbox
text,
not even
you got within
together.
24 business hours of a
Fact.
response. But if it's a 2 back to back, he like, oh, okay, you good? You good? You gotta know the methods.
Right. But to answer the question
Yeah,
of
go
the
ahead.
day, like I said, I'm married. So, you know, babe, love you.
Valid.
This is all hypotheticals. Don't get mad at me. If my ex got it together and I was single and I had my stuff together, I would think about it. But, you know, my grandma always told me, you know, you don't chew your cabbage twice. So and I'm a firm believer that the only way somebody can hurt you is if you allow them to hurt you. So,
But the cabbage
like,
is always good when you let it simmer over it.
Here's
you
the thing,
but
right?
you only
But you only
chew
chew
it
it once.
But I don't know the cabbage analogy. I'm just saying, what if, right, with your ex, not your ex, but just people
Ex
who
in
are
general.
listening, your ex
Mhm.
in general, what if the intimacy part for those who are waiting till marriage,
I'm out.
what if the intimacy part is like, you know, top tier? I'll use his words. It's top tier. Like what if things are just mind
If you gotta
blowing?
go, then you gotta go.
Then we just, instead of being in a relationship, we just turn into
We just top tiering.
users. We just turn into users. Yo, fam, you like it?
Because-
I like it.
because-
I don't think that could work if you have feelings for the
with each other.
person.
Y'all don't even come have a conversation like, yo, you
Right.
like it? I like it.
Because
Just
if-
do it. Y'all fake talk, fake have a relationship. have
Yeah.
sex. Like,
Because I feel like if the top tierage is the reason why you want to engage in this, it's just based off top tierism.
Facts.
And
The-
granted,
top tier, man.
the hormones, the emotions, all that kick up. It's all love, and then it's all toxic. Then it's all love. Then it's all toxic. Then it's all love. Then it's all.
It's all toxic.
Somebody
Toxic,
that's
then
average
over.
can become top tier if they have a teaching
Listen,
spirit.
and the question is, do you even know yourself?
What I'm saying?
Do you know you enough? Let me get out of that.
Let me ask you a question though,
Yes.
because I feel like I get where you're coming from, but I feel like sex is important in relationships. It's not the most important thing, but it's important.
well,
So I'll-
intimacy in general.
Intimacy, yeah.
Intimacy is
But
important.
valid
Important.
because sex can get boring,
Fact.
sex can
Yes,
get
it
whack, sex can get routine.
Yeah.
So if
Definitely
sex,
routine.
once you exhausted your flips and
Wow.
your turns and your jigglebox,
Routine don't be
you
bad.
know.
I
But my thing is
love
that
routine.
outside of this moment,
Mhm.
do we communicate? Do we talk? can I be intimate? Are we in tune mentally, not just physically? Because after a while, it's like, all right, okay, cool, but then you want more.
If we can't pay bills,
No, valid, because I heard
Communicate.
a
No,
broke
fact.
do right.
can't pay bills.
That's what I heard. I couldn't tell you.
Happy Good Friday, y'all.
Yo,
You know, we don't want you don't want to get kicked out the house. You don't contribute. I ain't got nothing to give to you. You go the best. You go the best that I got. Baby.
Not enough.
The irony of that song is funny because she said I put everything on my wedding ring and
Man.
they got divorced.
I ain't gonna hold you though, man. That's the part of the song I'd be like, yeah, talk
because in route to a place, life is real. But on my way, I'm giving you the best that I got, and I put everything on that wedding. Talk. I showered. Talk to me.
Come on, Nita.
Right, but who you listen to?
I was like, it's just ironic that she was like, shortly after you said that, divorce. Like,
The irony is there, but you know, all she was saying was that, hey, I left it all out there.
Valid.
Nobody say
She
nothing.
was
I left
real
it out there.
Lori Harvey.
Nah, I won't say that.
don't ever do
No,
Nita like
no.
that.
You know what?
Y'all,
That's a
back up
good
off
question.
my girl,
because
Lori.
because watch it.
She
Since
was
I say
not Lori Harvey.
I'll say this, and I'll say this, and I'll say this is why I say it like that, because I get similar vibes from the two as it pertains to the free spirit. I'm down to go, love deep, whatever the conversation. Now, the level of commitment might be different, but I don't know Anita's date history. Number one,
Anita
number
was
two.
married twice.
That don't mean nothing. It's in between time. Y'all just talk about exes in
the meantime, in
you know, somebody still got to touch the rod to pay the piper.
What?
Making stuff up.
Oh,
I don't know.
She was married twice, and unfortunately, when she was pregnant, is when her husband divorced her.
Which is
Hence,
not.
hence the birthing of fairy tales.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
and this is what I say to that because while pregnant, the
It's
hormone
okay,
situation that happens,
I wasn't there.
that there's not always a desire
did you
for
like that,
intimacy. Or so if we were basing our relationship off of the sex aspect of it more so, this is now a period where sex is now like, I'm not in the mood because my hormones are all over here. I'm not really trying to engage necessarily. And if you're based your relationship off of that alone,
Right, you're not gonna last.
it's not gonna last. You can be as freaky as you want to be a freak throughout. Oh, I love you. We down together. But the moment that you start freaking,
What's wrong?
what's wrong? Like,
I think
you know.
what she said, like I'm not saying she used this wording, but just because y'all are music people, her situation was similar to Phyllis Hyman, like
Oh yeah.
where they battled with depression on top of some other things,
Valid.
and then she got pregnant. So it was like I'm got depression, and I'm trying to be a world superstar, and now I'm pregnant, and it was just like her husband just could not deal.
Now you done shut down because
And her husband just could not deal with like the depression and everything.
because you shut down. You've shut down all the stuff you was
But-
talking about in
but
these songs.
She not making no excuse for it.
Right,
Valid,
she was
valid,
just
valid.
she wasn't
Very
like
much so.
I'm a victim. She
Right,
was just
no,
like
she's
it was
like,
a lot for him.
it's
I'm
like-
trying to tour. I'm trying to maintain what I'm doing, but I'm also pregnant and I'm highly depressed,
Right.
depressed.
This music thing is a distraction.
And it was like
It's a distraction now.
at the one point it was like not necessarily uncontrollable depression, but it was very severe depression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with Phyllis Hyman. Like right when she thought she was getting better, depression hit her super bad, and then she killed herself.
Valid, because
after her husband
and
divorced
you know what?
her because of the depression.
Valid, and let me go for 30 seconds. And nobody's talking about how the partner has to deal with that element of it. Because yes, you're going through it and you think it's only you, but
Right.
no, there's a response to this through your postpartum, through depression, through all you're going through. And the question is like, who's showing me how do I as a husband, even vice versa,
Yeah.
handle this phase or this moment or how long it's going to last that they're going through without trying to say I feel neglected and I feel these things
without
and-
being selfish.
without being selfish.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And
Because-
that's just the
Because
mature.
as humans, we still
tough.
have
Yeah.
needs and wants and
Valid.
desires. You get what I'm saying? So it's like
like I know
I'm trying to be top tier husband for you. I'm trying to be here to support you and you know help be that
Yeah,
man
valid.
for you. But
because
I need help too.
exactly. I want the affection.
You know?
I want that thing, and I know you're going through a place,
Yeah.
but I also want that same. I need what you need too.
Valid.
And I think when you, just as a future mental health care professional, I believe like when you know that you have depression and you start to get into a relationship, that to definitely talk about it with your mate, but also ask them, are they willing to go through therapy with you to understand both needs being met? Because
Yeah.
sometimes you guys try to talk to each other and it's just when you're in depression, because I had mild to moderate depression. When somebody's talking to me, trying to help me, you can't really hear them because you're in your own headspace.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So you need a moderator
real.
or somebody in the middle to be like, I need for a second, kind of pull yourself out of not the spot that you're in, but in
Yeah.
the headspace that you're in, and hear that this person is not throwing it in your face, but just really wants to help you
Oh
while
my God.
while you're sitting there, while you're not wanting to shower, while you're not wanting to, eat anything. So that's why I tell people, if that's something that you struggle with, when y'all get together, that's a conversation that needs to be had. And a lot of people hide it
100%.
because they're
man.
ashamed of, I'm especially Black people. I'm ashamed and I'm depressed because we're told to be strong. We can't show weakness. And so that affects the relationship. And then you get married to somebody who has severe depression and they don't know how to come out of the headspace, but you're just trying to help him. And it's like a dying situation.
Yeah, and
So that's why I tell people up front, just tell people up front and have that conversation. Would you be willing that even when you're in your space to have a middle person like a therapist or
Yeah,
somebody to
and-
help
and
pull
that's-
you so you can see both
That
sides?
one my real conversation. And that's a real conversation. And then it's
Yeah.
like I don't want to say it as the minute guy.
Say it, dog.
Because now it's like, if we're gonna have this conversation, now let's talk. Because what am I supposed to do for the affection that I want?
Right.
Because I still want it.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it doesn't necessarily mean that I have sex, but I still would like to be held
Yeah.
and touched,
Yeah.
even while you're going through what
That's
is
it.
how do I handle, or how do I deal with these things?
This-
Because as men, we'll just suck it up,
Yeah.
and then you find out later on, oh, he cheated while I was pregnant. Actually,
Wow.
before you even got to the spot, this just added more to it. I've been needing and asking and wanting, and you haven't really been compliant, pliable, or bendable.
Right.
It's just like,
I mean, I have
But no, for
something.
real.
I have
valid.
something for like, and my sister, if she's still on, she knows this. And I went over I have something called a RAT plan, and they do it in group homes. But I recommend that every person has it that may struggle with something, and it's your small tails that lead to your big tails. So it, like, if you're dating somebody or you both struggle, it's kind of like, this is my baseline, because I have
Yeah.
baseline anxiety. It is what it is. But this is my first moments when it's starting to pop up. These are my next moments where if you miss this is the next. So you know where I am. And
Mhm.
that way, she said yes for the RAT plan. But that way you know where I am. So
Yeah.
it won't become a problem. So if I'm
Mhm.
pregnant and I'm hidden to these spots, okay, she's here. So how can we learn to communicate? How can we learn to talk at this space so it's not spiral? Because a lot of us get to spiral.
Yeah, I thought wrap it up. It's not
No,
gonna work
it's,
plan.
it's called wellness recovery
I know.
action plan. But like, but yeah, it's like, so you won't always run from zero to spiral. So now y'all can't talk. Now y'all can't have conversation. It's just done. So
yeah.
that's free advice. You're welcome.
Thank
Sharita
you.
said it is needed for the road to healthy mental health. Yes. It is needed for a healthy road to
Oh yeah.
mental
For
health.
me, like when I'm in a relationship or even just dealing with somebody, I let them know early on, like, certain things. Here's certain things that I went through, and here are the triggers for that.
Mhm.
Like, this is what's probably gonna bother me. I've learned in the last, I would say, 7 months, like, what truly triggers me, and I avoid certain situations, or if I start to feel like my emotions are becoming too intense, I will remove myself. Like, so I've definitely been learning that, and trying to be a better communicator.
Mhm.
I thought I was perfect at communicating. I'm not. So learning how to communicate better and have that person understand where I'm coming from, but also listening to them
Mhm.
and not just taking what they're saying and like running with it. Like, actually, like, what are they actually trying to tell me?
Yeah.
And if I don't understand, to ask instead of assume.
Mhm.
So for sure, definitely, I agree, having that, just even knowing what's going to, if this is the end point, how we get there,
Mhm.
okay,
Yeah.
let's avoid that. And also, just as a female, and I feel like it should be comfortable to talk about this. When you're in your period, you know, you have a routine of emotions that you get prior to, during, and after. So I, you know, and I make it very clear, I'm not the same person when I'm on my period. So I will specifically stay to myself because I know I might snap on somebody. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm a terrible person.
The first 2 days I'm a horrible.
yeah.
I'm about to get on my man period because I
Men have periods.
Oh, for sure.
I do not.
Men do not menstruate, but they have periods.
I'm not leaking blood out of my stuff. I'm just I know
Once
for a fact.
again, men don't menstruate,
Oh,
but y'all have men
I have
periods.
periods of time when I want to be left alone.
You know.
You know,
Yeah.
we don't have a I don't have a buildup of
Yeah, I really do feel like because we're a community, you know, community radio station, we really do need to have these conversations, especially because female depression doesn't always look like black man depression
Right,
either.
right.
Absolutely.
Right.
And that's not really talked about. And we expect the same signs with both sexes, and it just
Mhm.
doesn't happen.
Totally different. 'Cause
And
dudes be
creating the
depressed and we
comfortable
just
space.
keep moving.
Shut down.
Listen.
And
Creating a comfortable space for men to say, I do struggle with depression, and not look at them like you supposed to be strong.
We
all the time.
have depression, but keep the habits.
Yeah. Like I know I struggle with it.
Keep just doing
Facts.
it.
And-
Yeah.
Like my thing is just I will go from just being real happy to just want to be by myself. I was like, my battery just empties out, and I just be like, I just want to be left alone.
Yeah.
Now it's weird in my house because my daughter, even though she annoying, I love her, but like she can feel when somebody's sad, and then she want to be all hugging me,
She's
and
an
but
empath.
I'm not at a place at the time where I want it, so I'd be like, thank you, but I really just need to be alone. Right
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And that's why I had to start watching it. And that's why, you know, I got my own thing when, you know, I'll start watching anime and then I'll be like, okay, I'm just gonna keep it slowly, get myself back into a thing. But like, I'll be like, I just cut everything off. I've been cutting Queen off everything.
Everybody
Now,
gotta
second
go.
out, listen, but I don't be hearing it. So like, I'll be like, just be like,
I be talking junk. What'd you say? Nothing.
I will leave. What? Nothing.
No,
I feel like for like what I try to do to get myself out of like the depression or depressive states is I will allow myself to be upset. I will allow myself to like indulge in like whatever, if I want to watch TV for a couple hours, or I will allow myself to do that and be like, okay, but after this, we're gonna work on something, and I'll just make like a little task. I talk to myself like I'm a whole like full conversation. So even when I'm by myself, he's like,
As long as you're not
"Alrighty
responding
then."
to different voices.
Listen,
I'm good.
you know,
You gotta entertain
I
yourself.
respond all the time.
You gotta entertain yourself.
I don't know who came up with the scenario. Who decided that was the crazy?
It's called
notion?
self-discovery.
It's about
Gotta talk
talking
back.
myself out of some crazy. Yo, bro, you about to lose your mind. Where my keys at? Yo, they upstairs. All right. Precious.
What's my name, Frank? All the time.
All the
All the
time.
time.
It is a bringing back to no. What am I doing?
No, when we
Back
say
to
different
reality.
voices, it means to tap into different personalities. That's what we mean.
Only
But
two
no,
personalities.
everybody's
One
plan,
that's just
everybody's
disrespectful.
plan looks different, you know, with maintaining your mental health. And like, I baseline watch stuff on serial killers, so it's just. But I have my moments where I will text and be like, y'all, I'm not talking to nobody today. And like the people who closest to me know, like, okay,
Yeah.
she may be at stage 1 right now. Cool. But if I get to stage 3, I mean, I have an amazing therapist. And
DEFCON.
she know. I'd be like, look, spiral. What you doing about it?
I'll be out here like, God, come help me now, Lord Jesus. Come on, sound like auctioneer. God, one's going down right now. God, I'm going down. I'm about to sit back in her face, Lord God, come get me, God. Oh, he got me. Lord, I thank you. It's going down.
Yo.
Fire 716. When we get back,
Church
we get into
mess.
some church mess right here on Fire 716 Big Frank in the morning.
TQ, I am the queen. I am with Felicia Gaddis. Her story, her experience, her wisdom. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. at Fire 716 Radio. TQIM inspires, uplift, and transform. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I am John Smoke. This is DJ Boots, the Beat Bully. And every Friday here on Fire 716 Radio from 7 to 9 p.m., we will be hosting our show, The Back Room, where we play nothing but hit songs out of 716. We'll also have local music news, events, shows, and more. So make sure you tune in every Friday and check out the talent created in our groups and studios. The phone lines will also be open for requests, comments, and more. Thank you for choosing Fire 716. Peace.
Fire 716, your boy Big Frank. You're locked in the Big Frank in the morning. Locked in the room with me, my homegirl Jay Cherie,
In the building.
D-Money Matt, Kevin on air, the Black Knight, Dark Knight provider, Daniel, all the above, okay?
Crossbow specialist.
No, valid. Matt Randall, only rugby.
You know,
I'm not even know how to play effectively, but I seen something.
it's like football.
I just want to.
It's just more angry.
It's just a lot more.
It's more. It's less brotherhood kind of way.
Yeah, but it's less breaks.
Got you.
It's a lot of consistent running.
Yeah, maybe I want to watch rugby.
Like soccer.
Rugby.
It's football, soccer.
Football, soccer.
In my mind, I pictured not rugby, and I'm like, oh yeah, rugby. And I'm thinking
Polo.
The people,
Polo.
yes,
On the horses.
No.
Field hockey.
Lacrosse.
You talking about
Lacrosse.
Lacrosse is fun.
Never
I've done
Nah,
it.
I've
Oh,
heard
yeah,
some
lacrosse
stories
is fun
about
to play.
lacrosse. Getting hit with a stick, I don't think it's fun.
Lacrosse is fun to play. It's not.
You said the cross is fun to
I
play.
said lacrosse.
Oh, I said the cross. What?
It's Good Friday. Don't
It's Good
disrespect
Friday.
Jesus like that.
Come on.
Oh, we should. Since the weather is getting warmer, we should just get together. I said this before: a big game of kickball or something.
We got this.
Yo.
Always down to play kickball.
I need a
20,
runner.
20 versus 20,
We
bro.
lit though.
I need a runner.
That's fine.
Dodgeball.
I
You can
You
dodge
can be the
a
rich.
witch.
You
You
can
can
be the
dodge a ball.
No, she can be the thrower.
I can be a but I'm saying when it's time for me to kick, I need a runner.
No, you just be the designated rower.
Just pitch all the time.
You know,
You-
just the
Constant pitcher.
yeah. That's
That's the
it.
picture.
That's it.
We can do that.
I'm about to-
No, because y'all ain't gonna jump me if I was a crappy pitcher.
Listen,
Like no,
That would be
So,
lit.
it's
though.
a-
because it's
round-
Because you got-
unbiased.
It's a
you
You're
guys
not
choose
playing
it's a
violence
for
round
all the
ball.
time.
Either
Like-
you're not playing
It's a
for a
round ball.
specific
Either kick
team.
it or
If you
don't
bowl
kick
it like a
is how I
bowling
feel.
ball, say less.
You good.
I found my you the constant pitcher because
Listen,
Right. I'm trying to. Right. I'm trying to throw all types of red
That'd be
stuff.
so much fun.
yo, a curveball. I'ma send that bad boy.
So what's that?
I'm sending more foul shots because my foot crooked.
Ah,
So when I get to kick it, I be trying to get right.
So now we know. Y'all go left. Go left.
Foul ball.
listen, but I feel like if we got a neutral roller, can't nobody be like,
Yeah, nobody can complain.
oh, they cheating for
but
their
everybody
team.
getting mad at the neutral roller if they're trash. And that's probably gonna be me.
That's okay.
No,
It's
it's
trash
okay.
for everybody.
Right.
You can't
They-
complain about it.
the two hands.
As long as you reach him.
Right. That's all that matters.
Getting into reaching for church mess. No, because this preacher was reaching. I said this. I keep forgetting to add you to the group chat. My bad. So
Right.
this pastor
Oh, yeah.
was
That's
in a
good.
coffin
Yeah. Oh,
for his resurrection
Sunday.
demonstration.
Lord.
And they opened the coffin and he started to speak in the microphone coming out of the tomb and pretending to ascend as Jesus. Sir, we need to stop.
No, I'm not gonna hold you.
No.
Yeah, I'm a little on the fence about this.
It's the modern day tomb experience. I'm giving you.
That
I'm
church was
giving
going
you gotta
crazy,
come out-
though.
you
They was
gotta
going
come out
crazy,
the-
though.
You got to come out the dirt.
No, you
It
got
was
to
a bunch
come
of
out.
old
You gotta
people
come
at
out the
this
church.
church.
Darling, you be in that's being God said, and he was there all day Friday, and he was
Where's
there
Pastor?
all day Saturday. He come
Clearly, we knew he was in the coffin.
Oh, come on, demonstration is real. You just bringing the word to life. I have no beef with the funeral
I do.
Theatrics.
First of all, we trying to build a church and you wasting money on a casket.
Right, it's viral.
Like,
it's not,
he
it's not
borrowed
bought.
it. He rented that
Let me
joint.
do this real quick.
No.
He probably got it on Amazon.
He probably
the
owns the
funeral home.
mortuary. Like, no facts.
And second of all, my savior rose. My savior disappeared out of a grave and broke a stone. He didn't come out no coffin. They have coffins in the biblical time. They had rats.
Facts.
Okay.
But I think that was great
Mummified.
demonstration.
I don't know. I
I
feel like
just thought it was extreme. I was like, this is extreme.
No, reason why? Because church mess that is basic. Okay, the last funeral that was on TikTok that trended was this lady. She obviously died. A man in an all-white onesie with angel wings and a crown was walking, marching, twirling during I shall wear a crown to put a crown on the dead person.
it's ridiculous. I'm sorry.
It's ridiculous.
Not the all white
He was in an
onesie.
all-white man onesie, and you saw his man bits, and he was wearing angel wings.
I'm tearing up the
twirl, and it was like the onesie with the flaps on. So when he twirled, it spun. And he put a crown on a dead person.
Not at my grandma's funeral.
No,
Not for me.
This is giving that.
That's
This
too
is
much for me.
this is giving
my
that
grandma's funeral.
vibes.
I would
Like,
tear up the
Once
whole
he got
funeral.
halfway through and I turned around and seen him, I already got up.
Cut the music.
Already that does a lot
I already
out of
got up.
Rochester, but he does well. But he does
This-
a lot of
this stop-
theatrics.
don't ever
Nigga,
disrespect
if
him.
you
funeral-
don't
this
get out
funeral
the
has
funeral
just
right
stopped.
now,
Listen,
This whole
gonna
funeral
be-
stopped.
you gonna
We
be
fighting,
next.
and right after this fight, we skipping everything. We just
That's
pick it
what
up.
I'm saying.
We
Like,
pick
The
this up,
people
we
in
gonna
my
take it.
life
We not
would
doing
never let that happen at my funeral.
He
They'd
is
be like,
not
cut
doing
it,
this.
nigga. So
Who told you to come?
right?
Who put you on the payroll for the
Who
funeral?
convinced
they
you
get
that
kicked
this
out
was proper?
also.
Nah,
Y'all all
man.
gotta go.
I am.
what demented praise dancer?
Somebody-
I'm gonna give a praise dance and just didn't tell him what it was.
Somebody better call the police.
So yeah, this
I'm gonna
for
be there
that
for a
that was the
while.
first church.
I
mess.
was gonna say real quick to the casket preacher.
I can see Pat Bishop Ford.
I don't
What?
think it's that
I
bad.
could never.
I
No,
don't
it's
think it's
crazy.
that
I
bad.
couldn't.
I
Nah.
can
I
see
feel like
him
they were
doing
trying to get to a
Pastor
point.
Core?
You know, they could have he could have upped the
Yeah, yeah.
production
Yes,
Yeah.
and made the casket look like a stone. Now that would have been something. You would have made it look like a
and
stone.
moved it out the way.
And
Or a
upped the-
cave
Yeah, or
Yeah.
cave.
Because
and-
what
and
he
really-
did was
yeah.
he brought the Bible
to the
21st
modern.
to the modern. Ain't who in the tomb? who
Ain't
in
no-
the tomb
ain't no-
now?
It's a mausoleum.
Ain't nobody about to walk out of the mouth. Oh, Lord Jesus.
That should have been fire if they walked out of the
Lit-
Just
No, it wouldn't have. Because
kidding.
first off, the mausoleum is this big.
This big, like,
the
like,
coffin fits perfectly.
number one, if he
There's-
even got out of the
no-
tomb, he's
Ah,
still behind.
it's a miracle.
First mausoleum, where's the house?
Oh, facts. No,
I don't serve a subpar Jesus. He getting a big house.
locked in.
right.
No, but so for me, I get the presentation. You had to bring the level of the value of death. And the closest thing we know to death is death that we've seen is going to be the casket.
Facts.
But this limitation of death doesn't stop the King of Kings, Lord of Lords, the great I am. You know, so I felt like that was, you know, and the fact that he can fit in the casket, great. The fact that he was able to push it open, I'm proud of him.
But then you know how they say
Oh,
like
they
you
just
should be
have to-
playing around like
somebody
you know how
open
they
the
say
door.
don't play
Wonder if
on
that's
crutches because you'll
comfortable.
end up on crutches. I feel like don't
The
play in
same-
a casket.
yeah,
'cause
Well,
you
like-
know-
eventually at one day he's going to be there.
yeah, but
But-
he's expediting it.
Yeah. But no, because
what happens if they close that door all the way in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Lot.
opens back up. What are you guys talking about? The casket's closed and open up all the time.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Do the whole joint.
You know,
no facts.
we gotta roll it. It's work to be like
Lay
locked,
Right.
down.
To lock it. You
to
gotta,
be locked in and locked out. Like I'm not even. I can't get out. But I think that you know, it sometimes the theatrical church can be too much.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm a demonstration kind of person. I if I could,
It'd be a show.
Yeah, yo, the
it'd
casket
be
alone.
lights, camera, the sound of
But
thunder
that's what I'm
rolling,
saying.
the
You
light
know
turning
what?
red. You know, it'd be a full.
Don't.
We
don't.
did
Full
no.
on production.
Hear me out.
For
We
who-
I
did
got a
that
room
Where
at my
We got a
church.
rule.
where who wants to be a
At
millionaire?
my church, we did
Lights
that.
go out. They come in.
We had a program. This was years ago. It was a program. I don't remember what the program was for. I don't remember my part. So my part was I was acting like the woman with the issue of blood, and so I had this whole like grungy looking thing.
Mm.
I had the microphone. I was like, "Oh yeah, Grim, we about to do it." So I was like, okay, this is what we got to do. We got to turn all the lights off, right? So as I'm saying my part, I'm creeping, like nobody knows it's me. I'm creeping, and I'm saying my part, and she's flickering the lights and all that stuff. Like we was going in. I'm pretty sure we had sound effects also, like playing. And then when it came, like once I finally touched, Jesus wasn't really there, so it was all. But once I touched his hem, and then I like threw my thing down. I had this beautiful dress on, and I was twirling and all this stuff in the church. Them church folks went bananas. Oh my gosh, they loved it. They brought it up for years. You remember when you did that? Yeah, I remember.
I think the best performance. The best performance at Mount Air Jason Drayton
as Jesus,
was the best Jesus.
That was the best
like,
Jesus,
because he went straight Aramaic when he was on the cross. Saying the words, everything. But the sound effects when he got it was like the joy from the Pastor Christ. Do, 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 do. And then you see him come out of his black spot. It was like, yo! Jesus.
I like church.
My Savior My Savior is light.
Like y'all gotta think, right? Because Jesus, like he was like, I think he was for the dramatics. Like he did some pretty dramatic things. Like
the theatrics,
he literally broke.
No, that was because he couldn't breathe. that was medical issues.
No, okay,
but that could have been a production because the
respiratory stress.
Right.
The tent was rent from top to bottom. The veil was rent. The sky went
That's
black.
what I'm saying.
Like he was
valid.
production.
That was God. That
For
wasn't
real.
Jesus. God was
Same
like,
person.
God was like, look,
Like, come on.
my son about to go, so we about to let him.
Can you imagine how gangster it would be? You in front of 5,000
Okay,
people.
I need to do TikTok. I need to do Calvary Night. I need to be out in the production room. All right, and we're blacking. Black tie on too. Yep. And let's rent on top to bottom. Rent 1, 2, 3. Rent. There it is. Good. Yep. Darkness.
One single God tear hits the ground.
For real.
And
hit it
quick
past the
shake
Christ
in
style.
5,
And
4,
3,
3, 2,
and
1.
we're shaking. Yep.
And we shut.
They
Yes,
know.
yes.
Good. All right, guys, we're done. We're good. Yeah, 3 days. We'll be back. He's getting.
All right, cut.
For real.
Beautiful, guys.
Beautiful.
We'll
See
fix
ya-
that in
see
post.
See
y'all
you guys
3
on
days.
see you on Sunday. Okay. Yeah.
We'll fix that in post.
Find the biggest rock you can.
It's great.
Even just him feeding the people. I mean,
Right.
he
You gotta
chose,
do that.
not he chose, but he in front of 5,000 people. He's like, watch this.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm about
to
stone on him.
Watch this. Because Jesus told them to do it first. He was like, "Well, feed them."
That's what I'm
and
saying.
They was
Like,
just like,
But we
I
got 2
can't.
fish and 5 loaves, bro.
they were just like, "I can't."
See what
do
happens.
it.
We ain't got
It's
enough.
like,
come on.
having
Even-
this weird
okay.
goes
Yo,
because
I want
somebody-
to.
Here's a better way. Even
I'm in
better
trouble.
is the walking on water. He literally sleep during a thunderstorm, right? So the guys again.
They got storm coming on 3.
Right.
Ready and storm. Yep. He's still sleeping. Yep. And thunder.
That's what I'm saying. Now they all
Rock the
they
boat.
scared in the boat, you know.
All right, we're good.
Can we increase the volume on the right?
Literally, though, honestly, I respect Jesus
can't
in
hear it
so
on
many
monitor.
manners because his clapbacks were amazing.
Oh,
It was
man.
like, dude, you woke me up. Ain't I the son of God? Like, what is you doing?
I mean, he got a point
You
though.
safe,
Like,
my guy.
he
You
had a
with me.
real point. Like, why would you be scared?
Why
How
you scared
long
about
have
this
you
boat?
followed
About
me
this
and
boat?
not believe?
Why you worried
What
about
is
this boat
wrong?
falling?
Because
Yeah.
if I was on the boat, if I was scared, I'm going right where Jesus at. I'm sitting right next to him.
Y'all couldn't pray with me for a minute?
Right.
I came for y'all. Y'all wasn't here for me? It's like, you feel? When I went out, don't do that.
I'm out here sweating
Y'all really
blood.
left me hanging
Y'all
out?
is
Right.
knocked
It's crazy.
out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the other next church mess.
Yes.
You know, as we get ready to go into production. Next church mess. Pastor said, I talked about this behind the scenes, but we're gonna bring it up now. Pastor said, face sitting, cowgirl, and any other position with a woman on top are fundamentally acts of homosexuality. The male being in a sexually submissive position is engaging in homosexual activities, and conversely, the woman is being in the dominant position is engaging in lesbianics. Your bedroom is boring.
No.
Not
Yeah.
even that, bruh, sir.
Right.
Have you never had a long day? It just was like, I want it, but
Take
bruh,
care
I
of me.
don't have the energy.
I don't have energy to pump.
I
What
have
do you
the
mean?
energy.
Hey,
Treat me.
Don't worry, babe.
I've
I
seen
got
the
you.
video.
I appreciate you. I
He just-
appreciate everything you do.
I'm trying to picture what he doing, and it just what are you doing,
he must
sir?
just really do all the work all the time, and he's okay with that. But y'all have no problem with it, bro. If you got
And that's why he probably Jackrabbit and unhappy. She's just letting that man just
do whatever.
Kicking her Bridgerton style.
She probably sitting there thinking like,
Oh,
what do I eat for breakfast?
what is happening here, Lord Jesus? My God.
Like,
Help me, man.
turn the crock pot on.
Just thinking hard like, yo.
And why did
Y'all
he
watch
bring
the
that up in the
dishes
first place? Like, why did he say that?
There are some people who believe that missionary is really the only way. They do not eat
serious?
outside the boxes. They do not do any other angles. They just
I am in disbelief. Can you imagine that person that really thinks that, and then they meet somebody that's the opposite of them?
yeah.
Their mind
I
is
know a
gonna be-
bishop now. He's all they do is missionary. Just nothing else.
That's crazy.
She going now.
So if they do, if
like
they,
literally, like she's like dead.
crazy, like oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Oh
That's
God,
not like,
forgive me.
I feel like that's like something he told himself because his wife was like, I don't want to do no work. And he told himself, oh, it must be.
And I want to give out no more clues about that.
How is that?
That's gay.
I don't. Does it say in the
To me,
Bible
that you
missionary is the
struggle-
only way?
No.
No,
the bed of
Marriage
marriage is undefiled.
In other words, the
Whatever
Lord
you
said,
want.
Have at it.
In this space.
I'll be back. Right. Listen, I'm gonna head on
He
out.
said,
y'all.
no, not those who are here sleeping around with folks. I'm in that bed with you. Okay, but those who are married,
Do what you want.
I'm gonna go ahead and go talk to somebody else while y'all do that.
right.
As the song says, it's your thing.
Do what you want to do.
I can't tell you.
I can't tell you.
So yeah, he to me it came off real. You
Nope,
struggling.
not commenting.
To me, it came off real. You struggling in your flesh and you having issues with your own purpose.
Right,
and self.
projecting.
You
And
know.
you're projecting.
Yeah, you just can't do nothing.
Right, you have a problem.
Arthritis has taken over. It
Rather,
just
what is it called? ED? You are.
He's DD.
you just don't. You feel that it's demasculating. That is how you feel.
You know, you know what? Because you could have been emasculated. Yeah, because I don't know his storyline where he been at. He might have been put in positions by men, and he having triggered.
No, this is
Or
what
you
happened.
know what?
This is what happened. Y'all, people who I do love God, but this is what happened.
You love God.
The woman was on top and she made his head hit the headboard and it hit his ego. It bruised his ego.
And he said, never again.
Never again.
It took him to a place.
No, what is
I
he?
will never give a woman this power. I will never give her this power. I was going
It tore his ego up.
And he said, I would never give a woman this power.
However,
Right.
This is real lesbianic right here.
like what he had to kind of like somebody just like did him dirty, like not. You know how you like? I can't say that. Valid, like you. I submitted this before and I was okay, but this time you made me feel like I was the. Did you flip me? What is that?
Why'd you put my leg in the air?
All
I'm
right,
telling you, that's what happened.
That's exactly what happened with him. And he is mad about it.
Dad, he felt real. He felt real
That
weak.
head hit the headboard and just jacked his ego up. Like, you will never
But
do
He was
this.
floating in the corner. I'm done. He was just.
My man reached back to the ancestor voice and everything.
I feel like people like that.
Right. Don't touch me.
He probably got a
touch me.
secret dominatrix, secret life, because they usually got them secret lives. So he probably got secret dominatrix. He telling the congregation this, but in reality, he getting beat with a switch.
How
while
he,
wearing
I think
a
I
dog collar.
felt was good, but how he perceived it, he was like, "Oh no, never again."
No, that was not
amazing.
right.
Be weak and feeble and manipulative. Like that. Don't bend me.
I loosed this spirit in my
Hey,
I want to get out of that, but I want to say so much more.
The next church mess. So they didn't release this guy's name, but I saw the clip. So this pastor was preaching, and the musician kind of like tapped the keys or whatever, but he wasn't going full into like following you. And the pastor said to him, "If you was my musician, you would have been fired."
They keep
And so the musician was like, "He ain't talking to me like that." Looked around, like, and so
Facts.
they caused the issue with the pastor, and the pastor basically was like, "You need to be fired, sir." First of all, this ain't your church.
this ain't your church, little nigga.
This is not
You
your.
just visited.
This crossing the boundaries with telling people what to do at other people's churches. It's gotta stop.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, got entitled.
This talking, I just
Sir,
Don't
Lucky
disrespect
I'm
me.
not because I hit you with the
Listen,
This
chord.
is not the
Because I
This is not the church in which you
I'm
pastor.
hitting
at.
everything.
Why
I'd be like,
musicians are demanding more on Sunday morning because they,
No
gotta
fact.
kill
this,
me.
Wah,
musician
wah,
abuse,
wah.
this
Yo.
musician abuse is causing increases at the church. Because they like, if I got to deal with this, y'all gonna pay me more.
Facts.
Like,
You're not finna treat me
Or-
like no
Why would
servant.
when somebody when you have somebody visiting, I'm just gonna play for the choir and then I'm gonna leave.
Right.
Valid.
Facts.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm not playing for guests.
Matter of fact,
unless they
tell
pay
them they
me.
need to bring their own musicians.
No
There you
valid.
go.
Every
And
time.
we're not paying them.
a lot of them
Facts.
can't bring their own musicians because they broke.
They come out of your
You
memorandum.
can't bring your own musician. You also can't tell me
Yeah.
what to do at my own church. Have
Valid.
it there.
Listen, it's going down this morning. That
We
was
got
church
one more,
mess.
bro.
You got one more. Let's go. You know, we out of time
We,
almost.
sorry, we got one more. So this next one is funny. People are now using the term. They're not worship leaders anymore. They're shiftologists.
Excuse me?
Because they're shifting the
They're shifting
atmosphere.
The atmosphere.
Man,
So
y'all
it was
sit down.
like, I'm not a worship leader. I'm a shiftologist. Please stop.
Y'all bougie.
No, y'all were.
If you got to yell at me to shift me, you're
Facts.
not efficient. And you're
Facts.
shifting
If you got to pump, prime, and push the folks,
like crazy.
your
all the
shifting
time.
is not efficient.
Right.
Like,
because I dated somebody who called
Shiftology.
himself a hymologist,
Just started
and
to
I was
find-
like, please stop. Like a
hymologist.
hymologist.
do he know a bunch of hymns though?
He know hymns, but ain't no such thing as a hymologist. Like from now on, we can't be like, okay, the exhorter is now the shipologist.
Well,
Like,
technically, ain't the Latin philologist doesn't mean like someone who
Study us.
Study us.
Some of
Yeah.
it study
So
nothing.
like he just study hymns.
So
Valid.
you could be an ologist of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We a podcast.
you a
ologist.
crackologist.
Pimpologist.
A pimpologist.
But
That-
yeah,
that
so
somebody's
now
gonna
they're
use
saying
that.
that this needs to be the new. We're not worship leaders. We're
Morning
shiftologists.
No.
Don't you ever
Bruh.
pull that at Covenant.
They sound like
People
the,
just
they sound
wanna
like the
be-
alphabet community.
People just want to be
Just
Shit
one
out.
label.
This one titles.
That's what I initially heard.
Yo,
That's what I
listen.
heard. I'm sorry. So I don't think that would be a proper term to use in the church.
No, facts.
Frank Hanley, the shiftologist.
No,
Chief
just-
ruling
Take
shiftologist.
out the F.
the evangelologist.
The
The elderologist.
The preachologist.
TikTokologist.
I'm a
The
preachologist.
photographologist.
Right, like what? The videographist.
I'm the prayologist.
There you go.
You can just keep going on and on. with
Right.
the ologist.
The
Ology,
only
like-
issue with this is that the internet will take it and run
Walkologist.
with it. That's
Oh,
what makes me
fact.
know. I'll be like, yo,
The weed manologist.
they're just gonna
It's
do
like
that.
you're not a bartender.
The
You're a
smokeologist.
mixologist.
You're a drinkologist.
You're a
Yeah.
mixologist, and that's how it started.
But facts.
But
Yeah.
you do gotta go. A good bartender, they do go to school. For
You gotta go
Yeah.
take, you gotta take
Valid.
the bar,
You
the
definitely
bar
got to
exam.
take the bar exam.
The bar.
That hit.
Wow.
Yes, yes,
Wow.
yes. That
Bad
hit.
jokes.
Every lawyer
That
is
hit.
insulted.
I
right
know,
now.
right?
But be honest with you, when I first heard it, that's exactly what I thought for a long time.
That's not. But
I
the
got to pass the
but
bar.
Everybody, more than they test the bar. I know, like architects, they call theirs the bar too. It's a
Word.
bar.
What does the bar mean? The
Right.
basic.
Let's look at it.
I feel like the bar. Well,
The
maybe
basic hardest exam
setting
ever.
the bar.
And then you gotta take, depending on what you call it is, you gotta take more than one. So like, you got like 2 or 3 tests.
Bar. The black.
The legal profession as an institution.
That don't mean bar.
The bar is the legal profession as an institution. The term is a metonym of the line or bar
Yeah,
that
metonym.
separates the parts of the courtroom served for spectators.
Good
and
night.
those-
Good night. Good night.
So that
Oh,
that,
so
that
the
barrier
yeah.
Oh,
between the people
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
the
how
law.
so what they trying to
So-
say is that you take the bar so you can be on the other
Side of it.
Got
Wow.
Look at us learning revelation.
That
In other
makes
words,
We're
Somebody gonna think that one day. and I'm gonna be
Researchologist.
Somebody gonna
like
somebody gonna preach that, and I'm gonna be like, you was tapped in.
So with certain professions, they have their certain bar.
Yeah.
So like for
what's
us,
what's the kingdom bar? What's our?
It's called trial sermon.
Jesus. Oh yeah. Do a trial.
well, not
sermon.
every
That's
church
true.
does a trial sermon.
What do you mean? What is the trial sermon?
That
The
is-
first message
the
that
first
you get.
message.
Well, you know, it fit though. I
Yeah,
get it.
technically,
It
even if you don't call it that, everybody got the first one. You know, so
The
it'd be like-
trial, the bar, the court, the law. The system is the
Trial.
same. The conspiracy is that.
Tune in
Tap
today
in.
at 10.
Yeah.
Listen,
I
facts.
would take a board exam, not a state bar. I have to take the state.
Okay,
Yeah.
got you.
Oh, because you're not good enough for the bar, you gotta be the board.
No.
No.
The board, because when there's a board, there's a certain standard, so you have to meet that standard. So it's a
But
state
the board ain't
Okay.
is on the other ain't on the other side of the.
Because
Ain't on the right.
because the
It's
difference-
not
yeah,
a
it's not on the side
separation
of the bar.
between.
It's
There's
not
no
on the
Or is
separation.
it the people on the side, the jury?
Hmm?
for a board exam.
I'm just. Is it board? Is the
No, because when you're
bunch
on a
of people-
board, there's a certain qualification that
of
you
people?
have to be
When
on
I
that
think of board, I think
Right.
of like
They went
people
through a
sitting
process?
on-
So you
they're all
have to
sitting
pass
at
the state
table.
board, so you can be
That-
like a person to come to the.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a certain level of exclusivity.
Right.
Exclusivity.
So why is it the board?
Because you can't come to the meeting until you pass it.
You can't go. Yeah.
So
Kelly
they
said,
got
I'm a securityologist.
so they got so the board got to approve you for the board.
So
Right.
New York State
Like the
boards,
jury got to come to a second.
like you have to go through you have to go through a certain. It's a certain testing
Like jury
that is
duty.
made. No, like it's a certain testing that's
It's
made
not the same time.
by
I'm trying to
like
find
the
this
board of New York State.
Yeah,
So to pass your state boards means that you fit the qualifications and the guidelines
to be able to talk.
to be able to be licensed.
God,
So for
look,
me, I'm taking 2 state boards.
like you got to like go to jury duty and you got to vet you to see if you're good enough to be on this panel to make a decision about this court case.
Except
Nah,
with on
because
the
you don't
jury,
gotta-
you
you
can
don't-
get out of jury duty.
Right.
I can't get
I
out
was
of
gonna
my
say you
my
can't
state
be.
board.
It don't matter if you're good enough. You just gotta be not associated with the thing.
Or
in
not
any
be
way, shape, or
racist.
form.
Regardless, just a group of people making decisions. I got you. Listen, we are out of time.
Yeah.
I'm
We
not
out of
qualified
time.
for any of it. So.
Valid. Listen, it's your boy Big Frank.
We'll see y'all Monday
Valid.
with more
With
stuff.
more stuff.
Yeah,
We gotta get ready for
We are radio stationologists.
Valid. The team of Fire is going down
I like
from
it.
10 to 12. It's about to happen right here. Fire 716 Radio.
Postologists.
It's going down. Holla at y'all. Peace, love, soul. Until we meet again on Monday. If you got music, send your music to fire716radio@gmail.com. Just send it. Don't ask me no questions. Don't ask no. Just send it. All right. If you're getting no play, you know what to say.
Come back at 10.
Valid.
TQ. I am the queen. I am with Felicia Gaddis. Her story, her experience, her wisdom. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. at Fire 716 Radio. TQ I Am inspires, uplift, and transform. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I am John Smoke. This is DJ Boots, the Beat Bully. And every Friday here on Fire 716 Radio from 7 to 9 p.m., we will be hosting our show, The Back Room, where we play nothing but hit songs out of 716. We'll also have local music news, events, shows, and more. So make sure you tune in every Friday and check out the talent created in our booths and studios. Phone lines will also be open for requests, comments, and more. Thank you for choosing Fire 716. Peace.